Hello, and welcome back. Today I have a review for you guys on something I've been using for a couple of years now, and that is the Leatherman Surge. I haven't done a review on it because there are so many reviews on the Leatherman Surge. I mean, there's tons of them. And everyone has their own opinions, and everyone likes them, and everyone hates them, and you know, it's a big mess. So I just decided I was going to stay away from it. But I decided, you know what? I put a couple of years into it now, and I think I'm going to go ahead and give my opinion on it. So, basically, I purchased the actual full kit, which basically contains the surge, the sheath, the bit extender, and the bit kit. So, when I bought it, I did not buy the leather sheath because I wanted a sheath that could hold all of it. And that's what this sheath can do. The actual cloth sheath is able to hold everything all in one sheath, even the bit kit and everything else. So when I bought it, I decided to go ahead and do that, and I haven't regretted that decision. So the sheath itself is basically, you know, your standard, you know, nylon sheath, but it has a couple of features to it that some people know and some people don't. So let me go ahead and let you guys know right off the bat here. Inside here, there's a pocket for your bit kit. On each side, there's an external pocket for your bit extender. There's one here on that side and one here on this side. And there's a hole here at the bottom. Now, a lot of people think that hole is for drainage, but it's not. The hole is actually so that when you're using the tool, you can take and put it inside the sheath just like this and not have to keep it closed. So if you're going to keep using the tool but you need to put it down, you don't have to close it in order to put it back in the sheath, which is a really neat feature that I really like. But it's enough about the sheath. The sheath is pretty simple, not a whole lot to talk about with that. Let's get in the actual tool. So there's the tool. I did get the coated one because I just wanted an extra layer of protection to it. Let's go ahead and get into some of the stats here. It is made out of stainless steel. It weighs about a pound, so it is not a light tool. It is pretty hefty. On the outside of the tool, you have your 4 most used tools. So in this case, right here, you have a pair of scissors. They will not open until you click them, and then they become spring loaded. Now, these scissors are not like most. These are actually more like shears. They will cut through a lot of stuff. Let me see if I have an example for you guys here. Here's some bark from a pine. So they are not your standard kind of El Cheapy scissors. They will cut through pretty much anything I've thrown at them. Which makes them actually useful. A lot of multi-tool scissors really aren't that useful, but these ones actually are worth something. Going on down the line here, we have the rope saw or fibrous material saw, knife saw, whatever you want to call it. It's basically your serrated knife for ropes and anything that has a lot of fiber to it. Moving on to the other side, we have your infamous Leatherman saw. Now, the Surge does come with a replacement to this, which is the file. So it has a diamond file and a saw. Right now I have the saw in it. And it is your standard kind of Leatherman saw. But this one here, you can actually take and replace with any T-shank saw. So you can use any T-shank saw blade that you want in this tool, which is absolutely awesome. One of the actual reasons I purchased this specific one was for that capability. Then we're going to go ahead and flip over to the final thing, and that is your knife. Now, as you can see, this knife does have a little bit of a curve in the belly here, and I really like that. It just makes things, you know, cutting cardboard and stuff like that easier. It keeps the knife kind of where it needs to be. It is very, very sharp. It has maintained its edge very well. I haven't had to sharpen it since I've purchased the tool, so a couple of years, and it's held its edge. I'm pretty happy with that. But I'm going to try to make this video kind of short because this thing has a lot of tools in it. And I'm basically just trying to give you guys my opinion of it. So I'm not trying to do a big feature fest, but I'm going to go through all the core features and the things that I use a lot myself. So let's go ahead and open it up. And that's what you're going to have when you open it up. It is pretty beefy, so if you have smaller hands, it may not be as easy to hold. The needle nose pliers here actually come straight to a close. They do close completely with no gap whatsoever, which makes them really, really good because a lot of multi-tools don't do that. So of course you have your true, I guess you call it true close needle nose pliers. You have actual pliers here. You have replaceable carbide wire cutters, and these have two different types of wire cutter in them. So you have the top portion here is your just standard soft wire. Then you'll see a little cutout there towards the bottom. That little cutout is from thicker, heavier wire. And then at the very base right there on the other side, you'll see a little cutout, and that's for your heavy gauge, heavy duty wire. That's for the stuff that's really difficult to cut. And then right behind that you have a crimper. So you have kind of like all your wire stuff all in a line there. Now on the other side, right here, you have your bit and your can opener. And pull out your bit, and it's double-sided. All the bits that come with the bit kit are all double-sided. So you've got that. And then we're going to go ahead and flip that down. And we're going to go to the other side. And right here you have an awl, a really thick heavy-duty flathead, and a thinner flathead. Now, I use those more so as pry bars. I'm going to be honest with you. I have the bit on the other side, so those two tools in actuality don't have much of a use for me. So I just tend to use them more so as pry bars to pry off paint can lids and things of that nature. But there you have it. That's pretty much the core features of this tool as far as what it can do. And I have used all of those features at some point, more than one time. So I have a pretty good idea of how well they work, and so far they've all worked really well. But then again, it is a Leatherman, and it is known for build quality. So I'm not too surprised by how it's performed as far as that's concerned. But this is a part of my EDC. This is something I carry with me every day on my belt. So I have put a lot of use on it over the last couple of years, and so far I'm very, very happy with it. Now there are some people who are saying, well, it's way too heavy, and etc., etc. And that's personal opinion, the way I see it, because I'm a bigger guy, and the pound on my hip, I don't feel it. I don't even notice that it's there. But some people do, and it bothers them, and some people don't. I'm one of the people that it doesn't, so I'm going to base it off of that. But when it comes right down to the tool itself, it is an awesome tool. It is expensive, especially if you buy it with the bit kit. I think I ended up paying $150 or so for this tool, with the bit kit and everything included. So it was, it was a little pricey, but it's well worth it. I've actually rarely had to go into my tool chest to find something to use to do whatever job I've been looking at, because this 9 times out of 10 has whatever I needed to have in order to finish whatever job I need to do with it. So far this thing is well worth every penny I've spent on it. Now, as always, I will have an affiliate link in the description, so if you want to go ahead and take a look at this and some of the other Leatherman tools, go ahead and take a look down there. And even if you're not in the United States, I do support 7 different countries, so if you want to, if you don't live in the United States and you still want to look at, see if they have it on Amazon in your country, go ahead and see if yours is one of the 7 that I have listed. See if you can find it there, and if you can and you buy it, you'll be buying it on your local Amazon, so you won't be playing the overseas game. But there you have it, the Leatherman Surge. It's well worth it in my opinion. I'm not going to do this huge long spiel about the Leatherman Surge because there are tons of videos of people doing stuff like that or dropping it off skyscrapers. So if you want to, if you want to watch something like that, there are plenty of videos like that. I'm just trying to give you an honest opinion. Do I think it's worth buying, and what the tools that it has that I use are, and I think I've been able to do that in this video. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe. Thank you guys, and have a good one. Bye bye.